Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave, Hand Ninja. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue looking at the Marvel Legends Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave, and in front of me today we have the Hand Ninja, the highly anticipated redo of this very popular army builder that will fit in many places within your Marvel universe. So very happy to have him, and he, as I said, it's an army builder, so it makes sense. I need more than one, don't I? So here we have 3 Hand Ninjas that we're going to crack open today and take a look at. And yeah, these look great. They went for the Hand Ninja in red, which is probably the best choice for a Hand Ninja, but now it's here and released. It gives them options for redos and variants in the future. But I do want to quickly point out before we continue looking at this figure that the Build-A-Figure pieces it comes with are the actual legs for the Stiltman Build-A-Figure, which is a genius move from Hasbro. It was the right move, and when they do something right, they need some praise. So well done, Hasbro, that was the correct move. So now if you just want to build a taller Stiltman and you've got to buy the same figure over and over again to get more legs, it's an army builder. It makes a lot of sense. So yeah, that was the right move. So let's take a look at all these. So let me spin one round real quick. So there we get the back of the box, as always, with a picture of the Hand Ninja and the green eyes that the figure actually has, and a little write-up that reads, "The Hand Ninja, skilled in martial arts and espionage, the ninjas of the hand are a force to be reckoned with." And then, as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to build the Stiltman Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Hand Ninja. Well, technically, we're reviewing 3 of them, but yeah, it's an army builder, so it just makes sense, right? Let's get them open. Pow, and here we have the 3 Hand Ninjas out of the packaging, and I've tried to get them all holding something a little bit different so I can show off all of their accessories properly. But I do want to quickly mention the Build-A-Figure legs for Stiltman. Now these are bigger than I expected, and I have 3 sets of these, and they also come with a stand. They come packaged in the figure separately like this. So I've got 3 sets of Stiltman legs now. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting when we look at our Stiltman Build-A-Figure. So you know what to do, subscribe to the channel, come back as I always review the Build-A-Figure last. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and as I said, we'll take a look at them when we look at Stiltman. Today is about the Hand Ninjas. So I've got 3 on the table. Let's take a look at what we've got. Taking a closer look at the Hand Ninjas then, so the hood is glued on to the head. Now, it is an army builder, and for me personally, I would have loved a couple of options, a little bit of variety in our display, and maybe a down hood, an up hood, maybe some different skin tones in the faces. I don't know, just a little bit of variety, especially when you're buying multiple of these. You'd like them not to all look so generic on the shelf. Give them all a little bit of personality, all a little bit different. And you can do that with the weapons and stuff they're holding, I'm sure. But again, it would have been really good to have some options on the head. But the hood is glued there, but it's not glued to the actual body. It's just glued to the top of the head. So you have got some nice range with the head, so you can go back and forth on the ball joint. Not too much, but there's a bit of movement there, but mainly side to side. And then yeah, the body, let me zoom out a little bit, is some reuse from the previous Baramordo from the Doctor Strange wave. Mainly the arms, maybe the upper legs, maybe somewhere in the chest area, but there is some new added articulation, so it's definitely been modded to a certain extent. So we'll go over that in a minute, but let's keep looking at the figure on a whole. So you've got this black harness piece, and I do really like as well, as we zoom in on the harness, they've actually painted the buckle silver, and they've actually sculpted in some sort of like ninja stars on the actual belt or the harness. So you can't remove them obviously, but just it's a nice subtle detail which I like. And obviously I've already put his sword in this sheath, but it will slide out, and this seems like a newly sculpted sword as well. It won't focus for me, but it is a newly sculpted. I've not seen it before. Seems a little bit thicker than the swords we've got with like Deadpool and stuff like that. But it will slide in there, not a problem at all. And he grips it nice and simple as well. Moving around, you've got the belt, which is all glued to the waist area, and there are slits here on the side, so you can get the legs up. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on as well. So yeah, so let's talk about articulation real quick, because you know it's not something I like to linger on, but as I said, it seems like Baramordo with a few differences. So you've got first the butterfly joints here, which work pretty good. You can get them back further and forward than you usually would for a Marvel Legend, but the double jointed elbows not going to go much further past 90 because you've got the muscle on the arm and then you've got the wraps on the wrist. And then the sort of chest areas on a ball joint. So you've got the ball joint there, the diaphragm, if you will, and then the crunch is like at the waist. So for me, it seems like they're the wrong way round. I know it's intentional, it's a choice that they've made, but I just think technically it would have worked better with a ball joint at the waist and then the crunch at the ab, sort of like a Lightning Collection style, but it's still better articulation than you would expect from an average Marvel Legend. But it's all red, some nice like sculpted detail in there for the wrinkles and stuff of his uniform. And as I said, they've went for red, which isn't the bad choice. It's not the wrong choice. I think for the first hand ninja we've had in a long time, red is probably going to be the most popular colour. It makes the most sense. They're probably seen wearing red the most in the comics, but now it gives them the option to give us different versions of this down the line. I'd love to see black and white versions as well. But yeah, give us some different head options as well. That would make it really good. But yeah, so there you go. There's your hand ninja. Let me just look at the feet real quick. So he's got his like standard ninja shoes on that sort of look like cow hooves, but still they're like actual ninja shoes. And the boots ain't the same as Baramodo. These have got like a newly sculpted sort of buckle pieces on there. So they're not painted. Would have been nice if they were painted just to bring out those details because they are there. But yeah, the wrinkles of the trousers, as I said, the legs will go out that far. Double jointed knee is pretty good. And if you give it a bit of force, he will kick his own ass. So yeah, you're going to be able to get these in some nice poses, no doubts. And again, once you've got them all, well, more than one posed up on the shelf, it's going to look very nice as well. So let's check out what he's got. So he comes packed with, obviously, the sword, and then you get two hands, open palm hands. And that is so he can hold his ninja size or whatever you call them. So I don't know what the technical name is, but someone in the comments will tell me, I'm sure. So he gets two of these. So there's one. Let's put the other hand, and the hands are pretty tight grip as well, by the way, people. Like, I'm literally like forcing these in there, but it is cold up in my attic, so I'm guessing if you heat them up, that's not going to be a problem. But it's a nice tight grip. So there you go. I've got him holding them, not a problem at all. I don't know if that's the technical official way to hold them. The guy at the back here, I've actually got him holding them the right way around, where they're upside down, so he can slice people. I think that's the proper way. But he can hold them, no problem at all the same. So yeah, you get a grip in hand to hold those, and obviously he'll hold his sword as well. I'll do that in a minute. But he also comes with two open palm hands, which are here, look, and these are a bit more expressive, a bit more ninja style, if you will, a bit mystical, I guess, ready to battle, whatnot. So yeah, you do get those interchangeable hands, so you do get a whole nother set. So let's just get him back in the frame, and let's see if we can get him holding his sword, because he will hold it with two hands, as I've already shown. So there's his sword. Let's get it in there, and as I said, the butterfly joints on the chest make this very easy to get him holding it. Gripping it with two hands, not a problem. So obviously, wait for D Amazing's review. He'll be able to pose this up much better than me. But still, you can definitely make it work. And yeah, the more you get, the better they're going to look on the shelf. So before we get into any comparisons, I just wanted to quickly get these all standing next to each other, just so you can see that with the few accessories you get, you can still pose them up really differently as well. And again, if you've got other Marvel Legends in your collection, whether it be other weapons or you've got the recent Shang-Chi, I'm sure you could swap the hands and give them more expressive poses or different weapons, whatever you want to do. So yeah, maybe down the line, we can get a Hand Ninja 2-pack and they can throw some extra accessories in there, some other interchangeable heads and whatnot. But for now, hoods up, weapons out, you can get these ninjas looking good, fighting your street villains for sure, no problem. But let's get into a few comparisons. So here we have our Hand Ninja compared to Baramodo, as that's where I thought most of the reuse came from. But now I've got them side by side, it doesn't seem like that much, to be honest. The arms are definitely the same. As you can see, the same wraps and the sort of little rope around the sort of elbow there. But the rest of the figure seems to be different. The boots are different. The legs even seem to be different because the creases are there. And then the upper torso is definitely different as well. So yeah, not as much reuse as I thought. And the range of articulation is definitely better on the Hand Ninja than Baramodo. But these definitely look like they could be paired together all the same. Another comparison I was very curious to see is the Marvel Legends Hand Ninjas next to the articulated Icons Ninjas. Now, these were quite expensive to get in the UK after import charges and customs and all of that, so I never managed to get many, but the few I did have been my Hand Ninjas amongst my collection until now, I guess. Well, maybe they can both still be Hand Ninjas of different sorts, but the Marvel Legends one scales much bigger than the articulated Icons, as you can see. Yeah, so the Marvel Legends is still nice, definitely has all the same elements, probably same sort of range of articulation. Maybe the articulated icons is a little bit nicer in regards to that, but the scales are the main difference there. But you can definitely see how these are from the same family, and a lot of people were using these articulated icons as hand ninjas, and may still be using these as hand ninjas within their Marvel Legends displays. But it's nice to have an alternative. And since the Hand Ninja is an army builder, here he is compared to the two OG army builders within the Marvel Universe, as we have the Hydra Soldier and the AIM Soldier. And I've already mentioned that there's definitely possibilities of getting this Hand Ninja again down the line with different accessories and different colours. We could get a black, a white version in a 2-pack, single pack, however they want to do it. Now it exists. It's easy for Hasbro to give us a redeco, so we shall see. But let me know in the comments below, if we were going to get another Hand Ninja, what colour would you want it to be? Now this is where my Hand Ninjas may end up being on the display. Here we have them compared to Elektra in her classic red outfit, and I do think these are going to work very nicely for display. Again, Elektra can have a whole crew of Hand Ninjas if you wanted to, and the reds make them match up perfectly. But of course, Elektra isn't the only red Marvel character that these Hand Ninjas pair perfectly with, as here we have the Amazon exclusive box set version of Daredevil, and I can't wait to see the ACBA with tons of Hand Ninjas fighting Daredevil, as I guess that's the character that they gravitate towards the most. So yeah, Daredevil, Hand Ninjas go hand in hand, pun intended. Here we have Iron Fist from that same Amazon exclusive box set with the Hand Ninjas. Again, perfect pairing. And then for no reason, here we have the Punisher, just because he's one of my favourite street level heroes, or vigilantes if you will, and he's definitely encountered the Hand Ninjas many a time in the comics. And then last but definitely not least, here we have the Hand Ninjas compared to the other comic book character in this Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave. It is of course Frogman. And there we have it, final thoughts. Very happy to finally have some Hand Ninjas in this new golden era of Marvel Legends and Hasbro. These look great. I'm very curious to see if we do get other versions as well down the line now that this mold is here and it exists. I'd like to see different colours, alternative heads with the hoods in different positions, maybe different head sculpts, different hands, more weapons. Lots of possibilities with a Hand Ninja. Definitely worthy of a 2-pack packed with accessories. So yeah, curious to see where this leads, and plenty of places to put them in your Marvel Legends display without a doubt. So let me know in the comments below what other colours you'd like to see, and where are these going to be in your collection? Who are you going to pair them up with? Always curious to know your thoughts in the comments below. But again, I'm very happy. How many Hand Ninjas are you going to buy? How many is too many? Do you want a massive Stiltman, or you just want lots of Hand Ninjas? Always curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. But until then, people, the one place you can do, the one thing you can do to support this channel is please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. If you are in a position to support the channel a little bit more, you can on Patreon. Links in the description below. But until then, people, my name is Dan W. Follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, I shall see you on the next one.